as you can see here. So we saw that just, let me just admit, okay. So it will take another object and then will print the distance. So I need here to define another point, let's call it Q, to be point, let's say 8, 9, okay? And then I can pass here the Q. And this is a very important thing to see. It's a very handy operation. This is even who is understanding this kind of instruction, I think he is influently will be going to the advanced level, because here is this is the most complicated Did you see the Visual Studio?
Yes, now we do.
Yeah, okay. So as I said before, let me start here. Please, I think the following 2 points, based on my experience, will make you more be influent in object-oriented programming. I'm sure what I'm talking. This is one of the most important things to have in mind in object-oriented programming. So we have a class called point. And here I instantiate that class with an object called P with 2 variables, with 2 arguments, 3 and 8. Now, I want you to remember, I want you to be sure to remember that this kind of instruction of building an object will be translated by Python to intermediate instruction. This intermediate instruction is something like that, as you can see. Okay? The name of the class, and in parentheses, the name of the object, then the argument. And this will ensure immediately calling what we call the constructor, which is a particular method that must take the self, which is a pointer of type point on the memory. And when we say a pointer of type point, that means that self can reach 2 attributes. The first is X by the dot. So the dot here, it's called this memory, this pieces of memory at the location X equal to the value that pass here by X. Now leave the following X equal 9 and Y equal 30. Now, not to talk about this, but this is a new value that we pass. Now, as I build my object, when I printed, as you can see here, okay, when I build it, okay, so I got the point info 3 and 8, which is the output of this method. So how actually is Python knows that as we print P, it will call the str method. So this is a convenient way for things to do in Python. So this is a Python approach, mechanism, sorry. So now I would like to talk about the distance method and see how we can invoke it. I think the distance method is one of the most important method to have in mind, this kind of methods. Because what? Because it gets an argument or a represented parameter of type point. And as you can see here, I could calculate the distance between 2 points as a mathematical equation, which starts by calculating the x difference, okay, powered by 2, and the y difference powered by 2, then returning the square of this value. Now, how I call this, it's never mind what is the value here, but how I call this kind of method, this is what important. So I build another object, instantiate another object, let's call it Q, as you can see here. Now I have the first point and the second point, and using both points, I could invoke, using the P object, I invoke the distance method, and the distance method need two parameters. The first is the object that we pass here, that we use here. The second is the object of type point. In that way, I could also say, I could use also Q, which is this, and here P, and I will get the same result. Okay? I will get the same result, as you can see here. Okay? This is the same result. So this is important to keep in mind. Now, the next item, don't be aware, I will finish the presentation today and everything will be okay and very professional. But I want to have this opportunity and to really to let you dive more into these topics very well. So let us now talk about composition. Composition is most important than inheritance. When you are going to building a software, the composition, you will use it more, because the inheritance you will get it by the platform. So for example, if you are using Django, you are going to use the Django platform, which contains a lot of objects, and they build them with code reuse, and they build them with the inheritance approach. But in order you to write your application, you will use a lot composition rather than inheritance. So please keep that in mind. Also, this is a second tip, and this kind of relation, we call it as a. So let us copy the circle here, and I pass it. We'll pass it here. Okay. And let's me delete this main. Okay. And let's say that I have 2 points. Okay. Let's be delete. Okay. Now let's say that I have 2 points. Now, please look at the circle. Circle is an example like a car that has a wheel. A circle has a point. Okay? A car has a driver. So when you want to represent information, okay, you will use a lot of composition. You can use more than 1 point. You can use more than one. But here, the minimal things that I can demonstrate is the point. So as you can see here, circle has its own constructor with 2 arguments. The first argument is type point. The second argument of type float. So now when I say self.point equal point and self.r equal r, so I will get a circle object. Then we can move it then we will move it. So let's see how we can build a circle. So I type here C equal circle, and I will pass 2 points. Okay, I can say point. I will pass 1 point and the radius. Let's say 5, 9, and the radius is 10. Now, let's see the following things. If I print C, and let me here print the P1, and look for this technical issue. Because I defined it